Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. Oh, I see people I know. Hi. Hi. That's wonderful. Let's see. So give me just a moment here. All right. So this is our group healing session. I'm actually going to look up here because this is actually easier. And I guess I'll go back and forth. But we're on Instagram here and we're on YouTube here. So I'm going to be a little bit of back and forth. And this is our group healing session. This is a monthly thing. It's very fun. And I feel like it's going to be continuing to be on the radar for quite a while because I love it. And it seems like it's a resource for people. So, I'm all about resources. So we are here in the midst, you might not have noticed, but we're here in the midst of the holiday season here in the States. And the holidays can come with some serious stress. What has been on my radar for quite a while, since September, that's when I put out the 100 Days Counting with Love. And that had to do with my foresight into preparing for me, the stress of the new year. I feel like there's a lot of maybe it's what I put on myself, I don't know, but I feel like there's a lot of stress that comes with the end of the year. It comes with preparing for the new year, being a new person, having new goals, having, this, I think, a plan laid out, which is funny because I'm a planner. Anyway, so all of these things in my head, and now we have possibly, the stress of the holidays, where time seems like it's always collapsing into nothing. Days go so quickly, and the prepping, the preparing for gatherings, traveling, meals, gifts, hosting, guests. I feel like there's so much stuff that goes on here at this time of year. So that's my long story. The short story is I want to recognize and I think appreciate and get eyes on that emotion of overwhelm. I love talking about emotions. My favorite thing to talk about is that emotions are going to be the lenses that we see. They affect our perception very heavily. Emotions are a reaction to our environment. There's something going on out here that is either making me feel safe or not safe. I have a positive emotion, I have a negative emotion. So whatever this event is, this thing in my environment, I have glands in my body. They're going to be dumping hormones into my blood, into my system. And I'm going to have the experience of an emotion. And that can be a reaction. That could also be a response. It could be positive. It could be negative. It is going to be based on our experiences in the past, information that we've been given, or experiences that we've had that are positive and negative. I've been here before, it's been safe. Or, I've done X, Y, or Z, and it's always been super fun. We have our experience now is based a lot on our knowledge, our wisdom, our memories, our trauma, our emotional baggage. All of those are different experiences, but coming from the past. So focusing on overwhelm and recognizing that that is an emotion. I have this conversation also about anxiety. That is an emotion. It could be a whole bunch of other things, but what it boils down to is an emotion. Focusing on overwhelm again. When I look at my chart here, I am a emotion code, body code practitioner. I love this chart. Love, love, love this chart. It takes in a lot from Chinese medicine, and It acknowledges frequencies. It acknowledges chakras. It acknowledges a whole bunch of stuff all boiled down together. And when I look at overwhelm, it's down here at the bottom, which means it has a frequency. So we have these hormones dumping in our system. We're experiencing this emotion of overwhelm. Overwhelm has a frequency. It has a heat signature. It has a presence in our body, and it changes our body. It creates this outcome of a heat signature, hot in some places, cold in other places, and that heat signature associates with a frequency. When we have this frequency, there's a place in our body. We can imagine the tuning fork of our body. There's an organ, there's a system, there's a place in our body that resonates with this. So we have the sound, the frequency of overwhelm, and you can replace this word with any other emotion, positive or negative. And there's a place in our body that is a tuning fork that can resonate with that sound. So, and it also governs that sound. And this is going to be our protective organs, pericardium. We've got our heart, and then this would be my heart, and then there's a sac around the heart. That's pericardium. We also have Sen Jiao. We talk about that with anxiety quite a bit. This is I love sharing this exercise about anxiety. Sen Jiao is triple warmer. It associates with our immune system. So when we're experiencing overwhelm, that frequency resonates with, affects our immune system. It can become overactive. It can become underactive. Our heart protector can have the same emotion. So we're going to recognize overwhelm. We're going to take a moment. We're going to, I'm getting comfortable here. I got to turn my chair. Take a moment together and acknowledge that this might be, in our body. It's not just this emotion here on the outside. It's our environment that is creating the emotion inside. So let's take a moment and find that. And then we're going to take a moment and heal that. We're going to let that go together. And our collective conscious, we have this beautiful group over here in both places. We have the Instagram group. We have a YouTube group. We also have our company that we keep in our heart is arriving here. I'm imagining some friends, family, clients that I have in my heart that this might resonate with. When I'm not resonating, when I'm not vibrating, when I'm not reacting, responding, the things around me can also calm down. So here we go. So I took a moment to get comfortable. My feet are flat on the floor. My spine is straight. I'm inviting that for your awareness as well. My goal is to have my head over my heart over my hips. And I'm going to take my moment, find that alignment. And I'm going to listen to my body. Is there anywhere that feels dis-ease? Is there pain? Is there an area that can be more relaxed? Find that tension. Find that unease, that dis-ease. And offer some wonder. Be curious. Be caring. Approach with love. I'm noticing my right shoulder. And a great way to relax areas of our body like the shoulder offer some movement, some full range movement. I'm going to bring in my arm here for a moment. And it feels forward. My shoulder feels forward. I guess I should look where I'm looking. My shoulder feels forward. So I'm offering this movement back. Maybe the lower back might feel some discomfort. Offering the bow down, rolling the hips forward, curling the tailbone in, and then coming back to that neutral, or coming back to a sway in the back. This would be like cat-cow in yoga, but we're sitting here on a chair. You can for sure get down and do some cat-cow, noticing what our body is trying to say to us. This tension, this awareness is coming from our intention of saying, is there overwhelm in here? Let me listen. And I love my magic recipe for personal growth. Noticing. Then we have the choice to listen. And then we have the choice to shift. All of those are choices. And when we initiate them with love, those are going to be our goggles that we're seeing through, those lenses. We can approach the dis-ease, the discomfort, the dysfunction with softness. And that dysfunction doesn't need to speak so loudly in this crowded room of noise of our life. When we sit quietly, we ask a question, and then we wait to listen for the answer, notice the answer, find the answer, feel like the answer is there. We can have a totally different experience. So I'm going to take 6 breaths. I love my 6 breath thought. We're going to invest 1 minute here in quiet. We're going to then move into a little bit more of the healing, the active healing, the doing. But we're going to sit here and just do some being. We're going to be with this for just a moment. So 6 breaths. I'll count them with my fingers. So that was one beautiful moment, one beautiful minute. I'm noticing what anyone has noticed in the body. I see a lot of hearts. I see a lot of waving. I see a lot of happiness here. I hope that we can resonate with that happiness inside. So let's take another moment. I am a believer that in our moment, we have self-sifted. So when we sift flour or baking soda, which seems to be full of moisture this time of year, through even just like a basic screen, we're left with that stuff on top. We're left with the stuff that isn't going to be as productive as we need it to be. So we could either squish it through the screen, or we can toss that away. We can let that go. We can move on with something else. And in our practice of noticing and listening and shifting, that sifting, there's things that come to the surface. There's things that have come through that are going to move forward with us. But I'm going to take my magnet, magnifying my intention. You can just use your fingertips. We're going to use that governing meridian. It starts in the mouth. We're going to use just the forehead up over the head, and releasing all that stuff that is ready to release. It's going to be different for me. It's going to be different for you. Usually it's like 3, 5. I'm gonna keep going here because I'm feeling like I'm ready to keep going. I think my dog's gonna bark in a minute. Somebody's here. Noticing that feeling. Does anything feel quieter? Does anything feel happier? Does anything feel more at ease? Calming that overwhelm. So that triple warmer, that pericardium, this is hand. These are going to associate with meridians of the hand. Let's give that a little bit of attention. Ooh, my favorite exercise. We're going to do this. This is great for carpal tunnel. This is also great for, we're going to be thinking of these. So my tallest finger, my middle finger, my ring finger. These are going to be the energies that we're thinking about. We're going to give the whole hand attention. So I am I'm right-handed. So I typically use my right hand, but I'm feeling tension in my right wrist. So any tension in either hand, just pick which one feels good. You can do this with both hands, but I'm going to take a moment and just warm up my wrist like this, where I'm just moving my hands like this. And then I'm going to take my thumb. This is where my thumb is going to go naturally. I'm going to just not hyperextend. I'm just going to invite a little bit of a stretch in here. I'm going to roll into my first finger. This is where my finger would go naturally. We're going to go just a little bit further. I feel that in my wrist. That's good awareness. So I know which tendon is giving me a little bit of tension. So we have the middle finger coming here into focus next. I'm going to roll out the ring finger. Enjoy that little bit of a stretch. Again, we're not racing through this. We're also not trying to create any sort of injury. And we have the pinky finger. I'm going to open my hand, and then I'm going to go backwards. Pinky. This time I'm going to go a little bit faster. Ring finger, middle finger, pointer finger, and my thumb. And then rolling that wrist again and opening and closing. So I can notice the difference between my right hand and my left hand, and just doing that simple exercise feels very much more activated. Also, we're involved in our healing session as well. So how does that feel for everyone? I have a wow over here. That's wonderful. I'm wondering, anybody else want to share what they might have noticed, what might feel better? My right shoulder definitely feels better. My right hand, actually, while I'm asking, I'm going to be working on my left hand. Any comments, any questions, anything anybody noticed that anybody wants to say? And I'll wave to a couple more people here because I can, and because that's fun. I'm going here. All right, so we have a bunch of freebie stuff. We have a really fun program coming out It's up on the website. You need to sign up to get it. So the program is called 5 Minutes to Better You. And the deal with that is, of course, there's a worksheet. I love worksheets, which is like a tracking situation. And I'm offering 3 videos. Each video has an idea about self-care that will take 5 minutes or less. 5 minutes or less for some self-care. 3 new ideas every week. We have 3 videos up there right now. So if you sign up, there's stuff right there for you to check out. Every Friday, I'm going to say by every Friday, there's going to be a new there's going to be 3 more videos. The videos are going to stay put. This is going to be moving into an online course. So right now is your opportunity to access it for free. And the intention of this is to get in the routine, build up some momentum for what might be coming for you in the new year, any resolutions that might be there, anything you want to revisit, and just showing up right now to become the best you that you can possibly be. And so these are very low impact financially, energetically, again, and it only takes 5 minutes. So it's low impact with your commitment for time. So there's that up there. There's that 100 Days Counting with Love. I love that project. And then the gratitude journal is up there as well. There's a whole bunch of stuff. So please get over to the website, alignwithsarah.com, and check it all out and find some stuff that feels like a support for you. And also there's a chakra quiz that is super fun. So you can take the quiz, find out what chakras might be out of alignment. And then there's also all those free resources. There's all those free resources for what chakras are not aligned for you. So, and then of course, working one-on-one with me is always an option. Restorative healing is what I call what we just did. It pays attention to a lot of things, brings them together, and creates a new energetic pattern for the body, for the mind, and for the spirit. So reach out about that if you're curious. There's online booking and purchasing and questions and all kinds of stuff. So go to the website. That's the end of the conversation. So thank you everyone for being here. I hope everyone has a nice holiday. I will see you again next year here for our next group healing session. So stay tuned for that. That will also be announced on the website. All right. Thanks so much. Bye, everybody.